hey, so you saw the title of this video, and I mean, it's true. I mean, it might be kind of crazy in this climate to make such a brave and controversial statement, depending on where you lurk on the internet. But seriously, I have no other way of putting it other than I am truly, truly, from the bottom of my heart, I am happy right now. I'm very content with where things are in my life, and I just wanted to share that. I mean, genuinely, it's just very hard to express, and I really wanted to just record and just see where this went. But I mean, I just wanted to explain why I really am happy, especially in a climate where, for anyone that might be online, maybe as much as I am, if you go on YouTube and you look at some videos, maybe you scroll through your recommended, maybe you also see some videos that might say, and it's not even to call anyone out, but it's like maybe you see some videos that might say something along the lines of, hey, I'm 28 and I have no friends, or I'm 30 and I hate my life, or I'm 35 and my life is essentially over. It's just, I understand that those are the videos that get the clicks. I understand that those are the things that get very popular and a lot of people can maybe relate, especially when you're in a position like me who is in Gen Z, as a 25-year-old. It's just, I think that maybe going against the grain a little bit and maybe just showing, a little bit of happiness, maybe it can help change someone's perception, someone's mind, maybe help them, maybe get some ideas of, maybe what it looks like to be a little bit happier. Maybe what it looks like to be able to be in a position where you can be content with where you're at. Because, seriously, it's just, I would hope that would be my goal, to spread a little bit of positivity just based on what I have going on personally in my life. I don't know. I thought it would be a little bit easier to explain why I'm necessarily a happier person. But, it wasn't always like this. I would say that for a good portion of my life, I wouldn't be able to look at it and just say, yeah, I'm happy. Hell yeah, dude. I love my life. Ha, ha, ha. I'm doing well. But, I don't know. It's kind of like a similar principle to where, maybe you have seen the type of videos or maybe this type of sentiments where people say, well, you kind of need to manifest it, I'm not saying that you need to manifest things to a delusion. I'm not saying that if you sit around and say, I'm going to be a millionaire and sit down every single day, you're going to suddenly wake up one day and be a millionaire. There's obviously still work involved. But, the simplest thing that I can relate it to is I remember back in the day when I was in high school. I'm sure a lot of us have our own insecurities in high school. I'm sure a lot of us were probably not the happiest in high school when it came to certain things that we had going on in our life. For me in particular, I can say that I thought that I was ugly. I had really bad acne back then. I had a bad haircut, everything that you could think of in high school. I was just not the guy. I was not him. But I remember at one point, I just remember waking up every single morning, going to the bathroom and going, yeah, I am that guy. I'm him. I'm handsome. I don't think him was a term back then, but you get what I mean. It's just whatever it was, I basically just constantly went off of that belief that I really was him. And then eventually I got a lot more confident in my looks. And then I'm sure people noticed. And, being confident is really what makes you more attractive at the end of the day. So I'm not saying that I'm necessarily actually I am saying, I'm kind of a looker myself. I'm going, ha ha ha. Okay, but seriously though, I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm not necessarily someone that's all the way up there. But it's just, kind of having that mindset really helps a lot. But I think in order to just explain a little bit more of why I'm a little, giddy right now, why I'm really happy about life, maybe I should just go a little bit back in time, go a little bit more and just explain it because, I would say a really big thing for me is that, I'm black. I'm not going to say that being black inherently makes you unhappy or anything, but it is a very big part of my identity. I am American, so it is a thing that comes up and is important. Is an important part of my identity. Now, I don't necessarily want that to be on the forefront all the time. I see myself as a person and then black second. But, there are a lot of situations that will inherently cause being black to just come up. But the reason why I bring it up is because I was essentially born into a situation where I was predestined to fail. Honestly. And this is not at fault of my mom. I'm not trying to say it and denouncing my family or anything. But, I was born in a single parent household. I was born in a low income environment. I was born in a place that was really not safe, in the inner city. And essentially, when you think about things in that way, there is not a lot of incentive or ability to really be able to succeed. Actually, I can think of a lot of my cousins, my personal family members, even my friends that I went to school with growing up that ended up either, dying of gun violence, or ended up in jail. It's actually a statistic that is just like it's unlikely for someone of my like demographic to make it to 25 and be in a position I'm in. Which the position I'm in is that I went to college, I ended up finishing college or whatever. Went off into the workforce. Now I'm working a nice, cozy 9 to 5. As you can see in the background, this is my apartment. I live alone in a single bedroom in the city. I kind of hate how small my apartment is, and I have good ambition in order to get a better living space. But for now, this is where I am. This is what I'm working with, and this is what I'm doing. So, and I'm happy because all of it's mine. I'm really grateful for it. And it's just I can sit here and focus on the things that I don't have, but I can also focus on the things that were very fortunate in the position I'm in. And the reason why I think it's important to just link back into my past and think about where I'm at now is because everything that I've done and the position I'm in now is the result of, maybe a little bit of luck. But honestly, I put the work in order to get there. And I'm able to enjoy the luxuries of where I'm at as a result of that. So it might not look like much to everyone. I know I have the little shitty keyboard. I have the shitty keyboard in the background, I think it's like, 72 keys or something? Not a lot. I don't even know how many keys there are. But I've been slapping the keys every once in a while, trying to get a little bit of work done on that sense. And, I have whatever this, I got a couple litter boxes back there. I got myself a cat, it is what it is. But it's just at the end of the day, all of this is stuff that I've worked for, and I'm truly happy for it. Because another thing, too, is that, and the reason why I was inspired to even make this video and to make what is actually essentially going to be my first upload into YouTube is the fact that 2024, I'm recording this on December 30th, 2024. I objectively had a year that I can look back on and consider to be a really bad year in my life. Like, genuinely. I can look at this and just go, this year was not very good for me. I had a lot of loss in my family. I think that things kind of stagnated in my career. I had a hard time kind of figuring out what I wanted to do in terms of my social life. Even just like when it comes to relationships, relationship struggles and things of that sense. And I think I had a very similar year back in 2020, back at the height of COVID, back when COVID started, back when all of that stuff was going on. And I noticed that there's a very different and distinct difference in my mindset. Back when I was 20 years old and it started 2020 and I experienced very similar hardship, I went out of that year and I felt completely beat up and broken down and had a really hard time. And I'm not going to go into all the details of what happened. Maybe I'll do it in the future on the channel, when I do some future videos. But it was just rough for me in a lot of senses. And this year, I think would be very comparable to that. But the fact that I'm sitting here uploading a video, basically just talking about how happy I am, even though I essentially got the shit kicked out of me this year, is absolutely insane. And it would be insane for 20-year-old me to even conceive. Or perceive. And I just have to say that reflecting on the year, even though I had all that hardship, and the fact I'm able to sit down and just go, yeah, there's things that are great. There's things that I'm really grateful for. There's things that there's like exciting initiatives I have in the future. There's things to look forward to. It's just very different from what I had experienced in the past. And I really have to say that if there's anyone that's watching this and maybe they feel some things that they feel empty about and that they're not excited about, like, I don't know, it seems like such a basic thing. And I'm not necessarily saying, like, turn a blind eye to the things that you might feel like you want to change. Don't turn a blind eye to the things that you are unhappy about. But, and I feel like it's such a simple and obvious thing to just go and say, hey, like, maybe look at the things that you are grateful for. Maybe look at the things that are going well in your life. Like for me, just to give a couple of examples, in terms of my friend group, in terms of friends that I have, I think that I've gotten significantly closer with people that are really good and dependable, that are down to hang out and down to just be bored together. Like, that's awesome. That's something that I had in college that I missed. And I think I was able to, in my adult life, actually adapt that and get more friends that are like that. You know, we're cool with just being bored together. We're cool with just hanging out and doing the most mundane things. And I think that that is an absolutely awesome blessing to have. I also, you know, am happy because I cut out some people that I think were absolutely just not good for me, that were not a good fit for me, that maybe wanted to do things and be a part of things that I did not want to be a part of. And the fact that I was able to think about that and really make educated decisions on how to properly remove those people from my life, it's really big. So, I mean, it's just like I've been feeling like very retrospect. I mean, I've been like in a really big, like, you know, state of like being retrospective, you know, over the course of this year, simply because, you know, I'm a big journaler. But I haven't really journaled in 2024. I think that me having a rougher year has caused me to it's caused me to fall behind on that. I was really big on that back in 2023. 2024, kind of a rough time for that. But I did journal more recently, and I look back at the year, and it's just like I was able to look at everything and really just think about how hard things might be, and then just go, man, but there's like so much good. You know, it's just like I think that a lot of that good, unfortunately, and this might be hard for some people to hear, but a lot of that good just comes from putting yourself in uncomfortable positions. And I think that I really challenged myself to be in uncomfortable positions this year, and it paid back in dividends. Like I'll even make it, I keep using the wrong hand, but I'll even make the analogy of my keyboard that I had back there. I've started to pick up playing the piano maybe like a month ago. And I'm not going to lie, I suck at it. Like the piano is kind of hard to play. I don't know if you guys know this shit, but this is not an easy thing to do. Like people be going crazy. They be they're playing on that Fur Elise shit, but I'm not. Like, I want to be able to play Fur Elise so bad, and I tried to play it like the other day. Today's what, Tuesday? Today's Monday. I tried to play it on Saturday. I could not hit that shit at all. I was not good at it. But one thing I'm very excited about is that I'm going to play for at least one day. If it takes me a year, if it takes me 2 years, because I know I'm pretty talentless if I'm being honest. Okay, I'm not trying to be self-depreciating, but man, I do not have a good talent for the keyboard. And I keep using the wrong hand, but I don't have a talent for the keyboard at all. This is very hard, but I'm going to learn how to do that. And I'm very excited for all the trials and tribulations that I'm going to go through on my journey of being able to do that. And it's something that's very hard. It's something that isn't easy, and it's something that doesn't give you that immediate dopamine rush like scrolling through TikTok is going to give you, or scrolling through Instagram Reels. But it is something that after you do the due diligence of being able to go through it all and everything, it's a lot more rewarding as a whole. You know, it doesn't hijack your brain in the same way and cause you to be so upset. And I'm not trying to make this a whole rant about social media and how much that sucks, but it's like I get it, you know, and I get how it's so easy because literally the world is designed to kind of be against us with the way that social media and the way that companies are using us as a product overall and are essentially just trying to take away from us. But when you're able to just look at that and just go, yeah, I'm going to resist that. I'm going to do what's hard, and I'm going to play the keyboard, or I'm going to hit the gym, or I'm going to, what's another thing that I'm doing? Or I'm going to, start an endeavor to potentially start a YouTube channel and start putting myself out there, start putting videos out there. I think it gives a very big change, and it gives a new perspective on life in general. It allows you to look through things in a different lens, and when you're able to pick things up like that and try something new, I think that it really does contribute a lot to your happiness. Because peep game. Back in the day, we were cavemen. We were out there unga boonga type shit, right? We were some cavemen back in the day, right? Cavemen, they had to work for everything. They had to go out there. They had to hunt. They had to forage. They had to do whatever they had to do in order to live. And at the end of the day, when you're working hard like that every day and you come back home, that rest hits a lot bigger. Now, peep game on this. I think all of us have been in a position where maybe we didn't have anything to do in a day, right? Maybe we have the day off. Maybe it's like Friday. It's like Saturday. We're exhausted from the work week. We've been working our 9 to 5. It's been rough. We've been having a hard time, right? After that shit hits the fan, you hit Saturday. Maybe you just lay on your couch. Like that couch right there, I keep using the wrong. That couch right there, I've had many of naps on that couch. That's been a nice couch to nap on. I'm not even gonna lie to you, my guy or my girl, whoever's watching. But that couch right there, I love that couch. I sleep on there. But when you go ahead and you nap all day and you go ahead and you rest all the time, the rest don't even hit the same. You'll wake up and you'll still feel sleepy. Because the thing is, at the end of the day, you need to actually do something that actually exerts yourself, whether it be mentally or physically, in order to really appreciate the rest at the end of the day. And I think that what I found with a lot of my friends or a lot of people that I'm closer with is that they feel these feelings because at the end of the day, it will probably be a lot easier to just go ahead and rest all day and then still feel like shit. But at the end of the day, if you're going to feel like shit anyway, feel like shit doing something that you like. Feel like shit, because you're like, oh, I don't really want to hit the gym, but you hit the gym anyway, and you hit your PR, and you're like, fuck yeah. And then you get after that, you do your rest, and it's just like everything's just so much better. And I think they're kind of hijacking my brain in a way to kind of reverse the effects of like the doom scrolling and, really the comparison and really just essentially not trying new things has caused me to be a lot happier in general. Because when I was, going to college and I essentially had to be in a position where I was not at home, where I had to, react to a lot of new stimuli, a lot of things that I wasn't used to. Like, a lot of people don't believe me on this, but I met my first white person when I attended college, when I was 18 years old. A lot of people kind of call bullshit on that, but I promise you that was the truth. That is how sheltered I was. And I have to say, wow, that's crazy. Okay, I'm not trying to say that white people are uncomfortable, but I was put in a position where I was around people that were not familiar to me at all, in a culture that was not familiar to me at all. So it's just like being in that position was uncomfortable, and it forced me to grow, and it forced me to have a lot of things that caused me to be happy as a result of that. Like, I remember being very happy for most of my time in college up until COVID hit. And now I feel myself being a lot happier now ever since I rediscovered the joy of doing things that make me uncomfortable. So the more that I'm able to do that, the more happy that I feel. So really, it's just like, I know I rambled a lot. I know I've been saying a lot, but really the main idea is that I think that it makes a lot of sense to go ahead and grasp it at whatever it may be. Like, I know all of us have ambitions and things that we are passionate about that for whatever reason we talk ourselves out of doing. If you are able to just go ahead and just go, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do this thing. I'm going to go ahead and grasp it and just try. I'm gonna try it out. I always wanted to play the piano. Always. That was always something I wanted to do. Well, maybe not always, but at least since I was like 14. But I remember being 14 and going, I'm too old, those Asian kids, they've been practicing piano since they were 5 years old. I'm way behind the curve. I can't do it. And now I'm 25 and I decided I'm going to pick up the piano and I'm going to be good at it. And, I would just encourage everyone to just try to do something like that. If you don't have any friends, I would encourage you. Again, I'm sure that all of you guys have tried something, but I promise you, like, I don't even want to put it in this way, but everything takes consistency and effort. And I think that trying just a little bit more, and you might find a way to do it. And I'm not even trying to sound like a motivational speaker, but I'm just like basing things off of my own experience. So really, this is just how I'm feeling right now. I'm going to be posting this probably, December 30th, December 31st, whenever you guys see this. I just think that what I'm going to be doing moving forward is that I'm probably going to do a retrospective like this every single year. This is just what I'm feeling. This is like a little rambling that I'm doing, and I'm going to post this on the channel. But I think that it makes a lot of sense to just really think about things in this way because, I don't know, it's giving me a lot of happiness. Now, maybe, when I do this next year for 2025, maybe I'll go ahead and say, hey, I absolutely hate life. Life sucks. I think everything sucks. I don't even want to be here anymore. Maybe I'm going to do that. Maybe I'm going to do a complete 180 and shit's going to hit the fan next year and I'm just going to hate everything. I don't know what's going to happen. I kind of doubt it. I'm very excited for what 2025 has in store for me because I think I'm going to make 2025 a really good year. I'm going to take a quick drink of water. Hold on. Let's do a little glug glug. Yummy. All right. Anyways, though, I think I'm going to do one of these every year. For this channel as a whole, I'm thinking I'm probably going to upload more videos moving forward. Not sure what exactly I'm going to do, but be on the lookout for that. If you're interested in what I have to talk about and what I have to say, just be on the lookout for it. But at the end of the day, I really did just want to say that I'm not sure what my direction is in terms of in terms of my online presence or anything. But either way, I'm really excited for what is in store for me. I'm really excited for it. Like, I think things are going to go very well. You know, I'm going to go ahead and go in the mirror every single day. Just as I said, I'm going to go into my bathroom mirror and I'm going to say, yeah, today's going to be awesome. Yeah, this video is going to be awesome. Yeah, this shit's going to be great. And overall, I just think that that's going to really, you know, have a really good positive effect on a lot of things that are going on. But again, I really did just want to put out there, I am indeed 25, and I'm very happy. But if you made it this far, thanks for watching. You have yourself a damn good one. All right, bye-bye.